year we decided that we were going to do an album. We thought it was high time we better do it. So we had a lot of material there, a lot of unfinished things, so it put that pressure on ourselves to really go and finish it.
It's a big project to undertake when to date we'd only done an EP, so it's kind of a little bit daunting because it's 10 songs. And it's trying to make them fit together, but not too much, and having them sit well. And it was a big undertaking.
A dustbin drummer clatters rusty hammers, the scumbag stammers. My mind is spinning faster now, it flashes of a darker town. I'm carving out my future mouth, swallowing the beatbox.
We ended up meeting a drummer who we later found out then was an incredible multi-instrumentalist named Shane Glynn, and we decided we'd do an album with him.
For me, it's quite an intense process because you're really nitpicking at things, and a song under that pressure, a song can fall apart, or it can be great.
When we write new material now and stuff, it comes from any source, and it can come from any instrument, so it means that you don't know what the direction might be, and that's really interesting.
The colors come crashing together again.
We started very much acoustically, and then when we got to the studio, there's so much you can do, but it's just really, I suppose, respecting the song and the way it wants to go, really, and that was important, not to overdo things.
Myself and Freya had, in many ways, for most of the songs, we had the structure there and we had the layout, and he was able to bring then so many ideas with different instruments of what might suit. So that really was a good fit.
There's kind of only so far you can go with something you've written yourself, and sometimes you need others to sort of give you that push and put you in the right direction. So they've been really great with that.
The work, sweat and tears, toiled on a useless land. Sowing, never reaping what you're growing.
What I realised doing this album was that the weaknesses that I found that I have, they were covered then by other people in the band, and vice versa, and that's been a great dynamic. It's been something that I've been able to really enjoy.
With violet dust across the sky, you lay your head down, paperless, wasted, polluting this town.
It's those songs that that are kind of a bit raw for you personally that can be really great, and I think that's the really important thing for me, is to be able to connect with people in that way, and the only way you can do that really is by being honest.
I am like a river, I am not well read. I hope to run a course by filling up my head with ideas that no one else has said. Racing from my birth to an endgame of sweat. One day I'll be the button soon I'll be the bread.
Biggest thing that Shane and Kev brought to the album was this groove, was this sort of jazz and hip-hop influence, and that's something that I'm very excited about, and something that I'm getting interested in, and how myself and Freya, our vocal harmonies and, you know, lyrics and stuff like that, and how they fit in with that.
When you're coming up with new material, it's great to be able to bring it into that environment and not to be afraid of trying things out, because sometimes things work and sometimes they don't work.
You know, rehearsal-wise and everything like that, we were quite ambitious with the sound, and we wanted things to be big and strong where they needed to be, and have all the sensibilities then as well, you know.
Daunting at times because you don't always want to share something you've written. It might be quite personal, but I think in doing that you can really, it opens up, you know, really it opens up completely. Having a relationship with people and trusting them that, you know, that it's an okay, that it's a creative space and it's okay to try things out is great. It's great to have that.
Well, there's a really good buzz off new material. So like even the other night when we were playing in there, we tried out a new song, an old song that we revamped with the band, and you know, it's the most enjoyable part of the set because it's brand new.
The artwork was done by Caroline Fay, and we're just waiting for it to come back to us now. But we're really happy with it. It's kind of like we wanted to put something on the album that really kind of struck us when we first saw it. And we first saw it in her house, and it was just one of those things where it was like, wow, we'd love to use that if she'd let us.
We kept that to ourselves. I think the amount of emotional baggage we probably brought with it, you know, because it was a big thing for us, and as you say, the culmination of years of playing together.
Cracked ribs shutting down, sleeping way beyond your years. Getting kicked out, seeing daydreams, ending there. Mad faces painted, makeup pictures bringing us to tears. Lonely hearts seeing daydreams, ending there.
You know, there's a group of us and we're kind of buzzing around different ideas and something isn't working. And I found that he was really good at kind of sitting back, letting us debate that out, and then, you know, seeing the fact that maybe we couldn't solve it ourselves, then, you know, he would come in and he would throw in some suggestions, and they were key on several songs. They really, really made the difference.
He also played on a couple of the tracks on the album as well, so that was great. But he really, we had a good connection with him, which I think is important.
This is my little daydream. Bring you back.
really the end of the entire process is really putting it out there and people listening to it and their reactions and that kind of thing. But it's great. I think it's important to get to that stage where you can just let go.